Good afternoon, people. How do you like my purple heart looking deck at the moment? It's not purple heart, it's just actually the sheen from the oil that when I've done the second coat, but it really looks like a purple heart decking for not the purple heart price, because that stuff's not cheap and it is awfully hard to work. I actually did a quite a good sized deck for friends, and it did look good. Oh, crikey, that stuff's hard. Even with the brand new tungsten blade I got for my my saw, it was really working hard. In fact, if I got, no, I used to have a whole pile of the offcuts up there, but I put them in another shed because they're unlikely to get used anytime soon, if at all actually. Anyway, what am I making a video of at the moment? Well, I'm going to talk about a couple of things, and I don't want to sound as if I am a tightwad, but I do sometimes like getting lovely bits of engineering like this to affect an outcome elegantly. Choosing the words. This is one that I don't know whether it was, certainly it was from Hong Dui, but I don't know whether it was one from Dennis from Hooked on Wood, whether he helped develop it. I'm not too certain. I've got a feeling it is, but if not, never mind. This is an accessory that allows you to, of course, put it into your bench dogs, turn the the bolt there, and through a wee bit of magic, the part here, well, indicating where my thumb is, starts to go up the thread, and this part here will actually start to slide out, capturing the underneath surface of the melamine. Yay! What that does is ties panels together effectively, and it means that if you're having some critical issue, requirement, or there's whatever you're wanting to tie the panels down together, this, you couldn't get anything more elegant and effective, because it is actually, as I say, winding out. Actually, I'll just do that now with one hand on the Allen key, of course, and I'll just spin it out, and I'm just winding it around, so that's why you're probably getting dizzy. But the pin starts to slide out one where my thumb is. Actually, I'll just put it down so it might focus a little bit better. It winds that pin out, and of course it wedges, like engages on the bottom of the surface, and this wedges in the hole, tying everything together. But there's one little criticism of it. Sorry if the sound wasn't quite right there. Here, I'll just wind it back. You'll get dizzy again as I'm wobbling the camera. There's one little issue I have. I haven't really fiddled with it. Fantastic, it works great. But for 3 pieces like this, it's just a little bit undersized. We need a measurement of 54 millimeters for 3 pieces of melamine. I had to do some adding up, and 54 millimeters there. Ooh, it starts to wind up, but doesn't come out before it goes past the 54 millimeters. So all it's doing is camming and wedging in the hole, rather than moving up and it coming out sufficiently to actually grab it. So for 3 pieces, this is not going to be as effective as I would have liked. It's still going to work, just not in the manner that or the capability that it does have. For 2 pieces, fantastic. For something just under, it's about 48 millimeters, I think, when it starts to have that little part of it out properly. So we're just shy of it a little bit. So, and they're not cheap, honestly. For what they are, there's a lot of engineering in them. They're probably well worth the money, but they're not cheap. As you can see, I'm not averse to buying good quality products. Now, what's that from? Oh, crikey, I don't know why that's off. Now, the thing I said earlier in another video was that I've got an alternate way of clamping down onto this, and that's this thing here. Nothing new, it's just my first exploratory attempt with it. I took one of the pins, the dowels, the standoffs, ones that have got a tiny little bit of wobble in it. Don't know whether that's important or not, but I thought that would be better. And I cut it with a 45 with the angle grinder, polished them up so they slide nicely across each other. Left the bottom one with the thread in it because they've got an 8mm thread through it. And the top one I drilled it out and it turned out 8.5mm seemed to be workable. And then I was able to put a bolt in it. I can insert the thing. In fact, I should just unwind it. I'll do that now. If you hear clonks and clanks, it's probably I'm dropping things. But the beauty of this is it's going to fulfill a function not too dissimilar to that not cheap item I just said before, and it is tunable or adaptable. It can be multi-purpose if you wanted to think of it like that. Alright, I'll just having a bit of a fiddle here. I'll just get that back into position. Sorry for all the jiggling and what have you, but sometimes you get that when you've got me filming. Right, so even though I've got a washer on it, which is not necessary, it just makes it easy. I've got a bolt, 8mm bolt, that dowel cut on a 45, top part of it had been drilled out, and I can quite easily drop it. Oops, I'll just get this packer out. I can drop it into place. I'll show you again just to show how good it works. I can take it, drop it into place, just nib it up with my fingers so it doesn't move. Take a wee crescent, about an 1/8 to a 1/4 turn, it's locked in. It ain't going anywhere. Now, to be fair, it's locking these two panels in together. Not only is it locking them together, if I wanted to combine it with a block for whatever reason, or a clamp for whatever reason, or of type, I have now got something that ain't going to move. But this double layer here can still pull out of the base layer, which would be a bit inconvenient when you're clamping it and the whole thing lifts up. So I'll just undo that, and as easy as that, the thing pulls out. Now I'm going to say it's a little bit cheaper than the those other things. I'm going to put you down so I can reconfigure it. So I'm just unwinding it. Yeah, well, you don't have to have that description, you can see it for yourself. But, and this is where I said you can tune it. If I wind this down, I've got the option of making packer pieces. Now these are 16mm steel, and if I drill those out, it's actually 16mm stainless steel. If I drilled those out, that could sit in place of the I'll reword it. I could use something like that 16mm piece of stainless dowel, or I could do something like this where I'm using a piece of electrical conduit, 20mm, that happens to be 18mm. That means that once it's assembled like, whoops, I'll pick this up again. Once it's assembled like that, I can drop it into the hole, push it down into place. Because that 18mm spacer is now occupying the top layer, turning that, squished it together so that this layer and this layer is now bound, meaning this ain't going nowhere anytime. So for the sake of, I can't remember how much these are, they're not super expensive, are they? You know, because after all, I bought them, and I've got a few of them, and I've got more coming. These can serve in a multi-use type situation for aligning the jigs. It's well, put it this way, it gets used a lot. And now I can do this, and equally put a block on it and all the rest of it. I would suggest there's another alternative if you just want to tie the pieces together, is to make, instead of a bolt, have a cap screw, you know, like a hex, internal hex drive, Allen key type one. The downside of this is it's not flush. The benefit of the other one, the Hongdui one, it is a beautiful bit of engineering, and it's elegant in its simplicity, or it's sophisticated in its simplicity, whatever way you're looking at it. But the beauty is that it ties the panels together, or whatever you're wanting to tie together, and is flush and works very well. But if you don't have to have it flush, then this sort of thing you can make yourself. And it's going to be a bit hard to get up because it's got that PVC pipe is actually, how would you say, quite a good fit. Hang on, I'll just have a bit of a, hang on, bear with me. I'm just trying to wedge it out because it's as I say, it's quite a good fit. Hang on. Oh yeah, there we go. So something like that can have whatever, you know, like the PVC pipe, you know, whatever thickness, you make it up, cut it off, put it in, it's clamping where it needs to clamp. You know, it can be 18 mils down, it can be 36 mils, it can be any one of those things tying the panels together. There's a really good chance that you'd have a short one with like this without the PVC pipe, binding or tying together that part and this part together. Now this part is the base layer for the MFT top. That's the second layer, because it's the way I'm making it. If you haven't watched the videos before, you know, it's like, but it's the MFT top is made up out of two layers. Would it be nice to tie them together so that they can't move? Well, yes, it would. Would it be nice to have them so that when I tie them together, it's flush at the top? Yes, it would. Well, in that case, those more expensive ones would be quite nice. Thank you very much. However, they have to go down past the bench that it's sitting on. Not so good. Thank you very much. So making a version like this, it could well be that by putting that in, and of course cutting the bolt off, I could put it in place, tie it together, and it's done. Won't be flush, but hey, I think we might even be able to develop something up that it will be. So anyway, nice. I like it. Tunability for different thicknesses. At the drop of a hat, you can cut the, you know, like your PVC pipe to suit. The other option, of course, is to have a steel rod rather than a bolt, putting it in place, and then you've got a stud to fix things down. You know, all these things, you know, whatever. You work out what you want for your situation, and that's what I'm saying. Something like that's, you know, and again, it's nothing new. People have been using this, or, you know, like I learned it from somewhere on one of the videos many years ago, and this is the first time I've actually I actually made it so that to see whether it worked. It does. Proof of concept. Now I've got to figure out how I can make use of it in the different situations. So yeah, there's all those things. One of the things that this will tie together well on this top that I was talking about is you can come up from underneath and tie it off, because I've got overhang, and I can actually come up from underneath, insert them into place. Again, that bolt will be cut to suit, and then I can tighten it up, because there is quite a bit of overhang on each end, and you could have a selected area where the two pieces are held together so that it is a very, yeah, it's tied together. It's homogeneous. So, yeah. Okie dokie, that's it. Quite impressed with that idea and its potential, so yay. Rightio, going inside. It's flaming hot out here at the moment. And yeah, I'm not going to do anything for the rest of the day. That was enough. It's a Sunday anyway. Rightio, that's it. See you in the next one. Bye now.